What's up, y'all? It's D, about to react to this chick Smooth vid. It's titled Drake Backstabs DJ Academics and Maul after giving Bobbi Althoff another interview. First off, I thought they were beefing. It like went left between them, right? But he's giving her another interview. I also thought that her show or podcast got canceled. Apparently not. Apparently he's trying to bring it back. But he said, Maul, Ack, y'all been the head angels. The head Aubrey Angels. But am I going to grace y'all platform? No. I still don't like y'all like that. That's crazy. But sure, let's get all the tea. Let's watch.
I'm sure nobody is going to be surprised by Drake once again telling the culture in hip-hop, yo, I'm not rocking with you guys. Not only is Drake refusing to collaborate with American artists right now, but Drake is also refusing to do interviews with anybody in the culture. After Drake and Bobbi Althoff did their very controversial first interview, looks like Drake and Bobbi have once again linked up for another podcast. For her new podcast called Not This Again.
She got a new one. Oh, they're hand in hand. Okay.
A much more refined.
Nice. Where's this? Fire.
A much more refined, poised, and pleasant podcast.
Pleasant? I don't know about that.
I know.
I think that was just a word you...
I'm trying to get you brand deals.
Oh, so you want me to be more pleasant?
No, I'm just saying.
That's not what I need to do.
I'm trying to pitch.
Is that what I need to get more brand deals, be more pleasant?
Hey now, welcome to a much more scenic, serene.
Very scenic, beautiful background.
And solidarity.
What are you getting at?
Welcome to a much more scenic and serene and serious. It's not going to be serious though.
Is it not? I think it is.
Welcome to a much more scenic.
Okay, this is giving try hard. The first one was funny. It was unexpected, and the awkwardness was new, new as far as like Bobbi. She had just like kind of got on the scene, so people were like tuned into how awkward she is. Like, oh, who is this girl? Oh, she's kind of weird. Oh, she's awkward. Okay, I like it. Now it's kind of played out, and y'all seem like y'all trying to recreate what y'all did the first time, and this time it's feeling forced. So bye.
Sexy.
No, try it again. Run it back.
I liked it.
I don't like that one.
Welcome to a much more scenic, serene.
I might also be, I don't say biased. People just overuse that word when it doesn't even apply. But I may also be, I feel this way about her as well, just because I've seen more content from her, which has made me feel like she is very unlikable also. So I'm not a fan of her, just because, I've just seen more from her, and I just personally don't really like it. I watched her on this podcast called Bad Friends. You want to talk about insufferable? I had to turn it off at a certain point. And I get that's her whole little gimmick and it's like an act, but it's an annoying act. Even when somebody does something on purpose, it can still be unlikable and annoying. So I just find her personally annoying. But, that's just my opinion and my take, but good for her. Like I said, the background looks dope. Great. You got your podcast. Amazing. But that's just my own personal opinion. So I feel like this whole gimmick is just overall off-putting to me personally.
Equally sickening.
Okay, maybe I should just do it.
Okay.
Welcome to the first...
That smile looks so fake too on Drake's part. Look.
Maybe I should just do it. Okay. Welcome to the first episode of my new podcast that no one asked for.
Not this again.
Now, a couple weeks ago, Bobbi Althoff actually announced the end of her previous podcast. That podcast was called The Really Good Podcast. Bobbi and Drake had some issues after the interview was released. That interview was Bobbi's most viewed interview, which ended up getting deleted. We never really got to know the reason why that interview was deleted. Obviously, there was rumors going around saying Bobbi and Drake slept together, which caused her to divorce. For all we know, that still remains a mystery.
At the end of the day, she was good, and I'm going to miss her, and I'm going to miss, I will miss doing this podcast, and I will miss the money this podcast brought me. As you guys know, this podcast started off just with a girl with a dream to make more money. And I knew when I started that it was going to go places. I didn't know I would fall off as quickly as I did, to be honest. I did think this was going to last a bit longer. But nevertheless, it lasted a minute, and I'm proud of the accomplishments I have. And
this style of comedy also is just not that funny to me. Even when Marco does it, at first I found it kind of funny, but now that even feels stiff, in my opinion. At a certain point, I feel like you have to come with actual comedy and jokes, because that wears off. The comedy of you just being awkward wears off after a while. It's like, okay, where are the actual jokes? Like, you have to give me something actually funny at a certain point to give some variety, you know? So, yeah, because even, like, with Marco, I don't think he's that funny either. But he's still really popular or whatever. So, some people like it, obviously. Again, this is just my opinion. But I find that style of comedy to be stiff and just boring.
I'm pretty sad that it has to end like this, but it's okay. Things in life.
And it's like, bitch, welcome to the club. We all awkward. Well, not all of us, but a lot of people are awkward to some degree. So that I think that's also why it makes it feel boring after a certain while as well. It's like, all right, I'm already used to awkwardness. Okay.
Happened. Everything in life happens.
I want to see a mall and AKADEMIKS say something.
Some things happen in life for a reason. But let's go down
memory
lane.
Congrats,
I want to talk about the guests I had and
good luck going forward.
Just a little recap, you know, of everything.
No.
Which has a lot of people talking. Yes, even Drake fans are also pissed off at Drake for doing this interview yet again with Bobbi. People are saying, yo, we actually want to hear from you, Drake. We want to see you sit down with platforms like AKADEMIKS, Rory and Mal. You guys know Drake and Mal are tight. Not sure the reason why that interview has not happened yet. We all see Drake going on platforms with streamers that's not really in the culture. People like Aiden Ross, SQC, Trainwreck, and many more other streamers that really don't understand hip-hop culture. To me, this is obviously revenge for Drake. Drake knows everybody in hip-hop is going to be talking about this. People are going to be pissed off that Drake is once again sitting with Bobbi Althoff, giving her another interview that could have gone to a platform that would actually be enjoyable. After Drake watched the culture turn its back on him, right now, Drake does not care about anybody's opinion in hip-hop. So that means even if you guys see me walking out with Morgan Wallen...
This food is probably who is it? I don't know. Morgan who?
Making records with international artists like Central C, the fact of the matter is that Drake does not care anymore. Fans started calling out AKADEMIKS and Mal saying, yo, you guys can get off your knees now for Drake. This is who Drake is giving looks to, not you guys. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If I'm AKADEMIKS or Mal, I'm pissed off. I get on my platform every single week and defend you. Fans call me all kinds of names because I support you and I'm riding with you no matter what.
He's addressing Drake's culture vulture ways and the way that he steals from the fucking culture. What did we not talking about how he said all you niggas, including niggas in banquet.
Oh, he getting angry and aggressive. Let's hear what Molly Mall has to say.
What did we not talking about how he said all of you niggas, including niggas in banquet. Nobody wanted to take that nigga on tour. Don't make me sit here and look like I'm dick riding.
Look like... I'm glad you know. You are dick riding, sir.
Go look at all the interviews. These niggas are saying, yo, if it wasn't for homie, if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for him, I don't even know what, yo.
Go look at old interviews. Why would I do that? You the one keeping up with everything Drake related. Not everybody want to do that.
Salute to the... don't make me say it. These niggas said it.
Oh, okay.
Kendrick thank this nigga. Rocky thank this nigga. The Weeknd thank this nigga. Rick Ross thank this nigga. Now he don't write his rhymes. Kanye said it. Yo, he wrote on...
Look at his... This nigga going hoarse. Okay, his voice is going hoarse for him to ride for Aubrey, okay?
My shit, I wish I could have that nigga write all my records. Your Lord and Savior, Kanye. Your Lord and Savior. All of a sudden, I got to sit here.
As if Drake isn't your Lord and Savior. You on your knees praying to him and worshiping him.
No, I'm talking now. All of a sudden, I gotta sit here and look like I'm some OVO, dick rock, Drake caper nigga when I'm just presenting the facts. He helped each and every one of these niggas. You would have never knew who the fuck.
This is a lot of energy. Listen, I give energy too when I'm reacting to videos. You got to. You entertaining people. Okay, people are sitting here watching you. They don't want you to be like, yeah, this is how I feel. That's boring. Yeah, so bring the spice, bring the pizzazz, bring the passion. I'm here for it. But this is another level. This is personal. I think people should understand the difference, okay? Because I'm always passionate. People sometimes will mistake that for me being more invested in these topics than I actually am. But I gotta be, passionate to a certain degree to be entertaining, and I'm also a bit dramatic. So whenever I'm talking with my hands, and I'm just, I'm a little loud sometimes, sure. But this is past that, okay? This is a man who is really emotional about the situation. He is invested. He's taking up for his daddy.
Fuck the Migos was if Drake didn't remix Versace.
And yet, you turn around and go sit down with Bobbi again. Bobbi doesn't even talk about you or defend you on a regular basis. Yes, I'm pissed off. Now, I'm sure these guys are going to get on their platforms and pretend they don't care, but we all know what a Drake interview, a Drake look would be for your platform. We know Drake is not sitting down with people like Elliot Wilson anymore, Joe Budden, Nori, Gilly, but at least platforms like AKADEMIKS, Rory and Wong, at least show him a little love. Maybe do a call-in interview or something like that, Drake. God damn.
He said whites only.
Are you guys looking forward to this Drake and Bobbi Althoff interview?
No. He said, fuck you Negroes, y'all were not there for me when I was getting dragged through the streets by my eyelashes and my goatee by Kendrick. Y'all wasn't there for me. Y'all shit on me. Y'all didn't support me. Fuck all y'all. Fuck anybody with an ounce of melanin in their skin. Period, Drake. Do what you gotta do, brother. Do what you feel is best. It's your life, your career, sure. But obviously, this looks crazy. Because it's like, yeah, it seems like he is only attaching himself to the non-black people. It is a bit concerning, and there is a clear pattern there. Because even when you think of streamers, like, who is he linking with? All the white streamers. And whenever he does, any type of interviews or anything, I always see him attached to these white people, like Bobby, and who's that other white man with the blonde hair, the funny man? It was like something he did with him. I always see him on the white people's platform. So I was like, okay, so, and obviously he can do platforms with the people of different races, obviously, but it's clear that he specifically does it with, like, non-black people. If you were going to, include everybody, I would expect you to also sometimes do collabs with black people as well, but I don't typically see that, but do you, brother? Do you? Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.